Sigma males are independent, they don't follow hierarchies, and they think for themselves. If you feel like you don't fit into social molds and value your autonomy, these 12 questions will help you discover if you have a Sigma mindset. Answer honestly. You might be surprised. Let's begin. Question number 1. Do social rules seem optional to you? You've probably been told more than once, this is how things are done, or this is how it's always been. And there you are, wondering who decided that and why you should follow it without questioning. It's not that you're a rebel without a cause, you just don't follow rules blindly. If something doesn't make sense, you discard it. At work, when an unnecessarily long process is imposed and everyone accepts it without thinking, you find a faster way to do it, and funnily enough, it works better. You're not trying to challenge authority, but if the system is absurd, why follow it? Sometimes people call you problematic, but when they end up doing things your way, suddenly no one says a word. Question number 2. Do labels make you uncomfortable? Alpha, beta, leader, follower, labels everywhere, but you simply don't fit into any of them, not because you think you're special or want to be different, but because all this social role-playing seems unnecessary to you, while others are busy trying to prove who's in charge or who's more important. You go your own way without worrying about titles. People have asked if you're an extrovert or an introvert, if you're dominant or submissive, if you're this or that, and your answer is always the same. It depends on the day. It depends on the situation. It's not that you don't know who you are. On the contrary, you know yourself very well. You just don't need to box yourself into a definition to feel valid. Question number 3. Do you prefer solitude but are not antisocial? People assume that if you enjoy being alone, it's because you hate humans or have trouble socializing. But the truth is different. You like company, just in controlled doses. You don't feel obligated to go out every weekend, nor do you need constant noise to feel alive. A perfect Saturday for you might be a cup of coffee, a good book, and silence. While others panic if they have no plans, you enjoy having no commitments. And when you decide to socialize, it's not out of obligation, but because you genuinely want to. Of course, sometimes you disappear, and people ask if you're okay. But they don't understand that for you, being alone doesn't mean being unhappy. It means being at peace. Question number 4. Do social hierarchies feel irrelevant to you? Some people are obsessed with who's the boss, who has more power, or who leads a group. You, on the other hand, observe all of this as a spectator, detached from the drama. You don't need to be at the top or prove that you're a leader. If someone wants to be the king of the group, go ahead. As long as they don't interfere with you, you couldn't care less. At work, you see colleagues competing for the boss's attention while you simply do your thing. And ironically, you often end up standing out without even trying. You don't follow anyone, nor do you seek followers. You move at your own pace without needing titles or applause. The irony is that without trying, you often become the person everyone respects. Question number 5. Do you dislike relying on others? It's not that you're proud, well, maybe a little, but the idea of depending on someone else to make your life easier doesn't sit well with you. You prefer to do things yourself, even if it takes more time. If something breaks at home, you figure out how to fix it before calling someone. If you need to learn something new, you research it instead of waiting for someone to teach you. People often say, let others help you, or that's what friends are for. But they don't understand. It's not about distrust, it's about mindset. Knowing that you can handle any situation without being tied to anyone gives you peace of mind. If you ask for help, it's because you want to, not because you need to. And that makes all the difference. Question number 6. Is your social circle small but solid? Some people have hundreds of contacts on their phone, yet when they truly need someone, they don't know who to call. You, on the other hand, can count your friends on one hand and still have fingers left. It's not that you don't get along with people, you just prefer quality over quantity. You're not interested in collecting acquaintances or being the life of the party. Small talk bores you. And if someone proves to be unreliable, there are no arguments. You simply cut them off. While others worry about being popular, you value real relationships. And the funny thing is, even though you don't seek company, the people who truly matter always end up staying by your side. Question number 7. Does the idea of emotional dependence bother you? Romantic movies say you need to find someone who completes you. But complete what? You're already a whole person. It's not that you don't believe in love, but the idea of needing someone to be happy feels like an emotional trap. You'd rather share life with someone who adds to it, not someone who becomes your reason for existing. If you've ever been in a relationship where someone told you, "Without you, I'm nothing," you probably felt pressure rather than tenderness. You don't want someone else to carry your happiness, nor do you want to carry theirs. You understand that love is a choice, not a dependency, and if one day you end up alone, you'll move on, without drama or existential crises. Question number 8. Are you more of an observer than a talker? In a group, some people feel the need to talk endlessly, fill awkward silences, or be the center of attention. You, on the other hand, prefer to watch, analyze, and truly understand what's happening. While others argue over meaningless topics, you notice details no one else sees. A nervous glance, a change in tone, a hidden truth between the words. Some people ask why you're so quiet, but what they don't realize is that while they talk, you've already figured out who's trustworthy, who's lying, and who's just trying to impress. And when you finally decide to speak, you don't say just anything, you say what truly matters. Because you know that in this world, those who speak less understand more. Question number 9. Is financial independence a priority for you? Some people dream of a stable, lifelong job, with a boss to guide them and a secure salary every month. You, not so much. It's not that you despise stability, but the idea of relying on someone else for your livelihood makes you uncomfortable. You prefer to know that no matter what happens, you can generate income on your own without being tied to a contract or someone else's decisions. If you've ever turned down a job offer simply because you felt it limited your freedom, or if you've spent nights researching ways to earn money without relying on a single income source, then you know the truth. For you, money isn't just money, it's autonomy, and that's worth more than any fixed paycheck. Question number 10. Are you unaffected by criticism or praise? Most people love being praised and hate being criticized. You, however, see both with the same level of indifference. If someone tells you you're great, you take it calmly. If someone says you're useless, you do the same. It's not arrogance, it's that you've learned that other people's opinions don't define your worth. When someone tries to belittle you, you don't care. When someone overly flatters you, you don't care either. You know who you are and you don't need external validation. And that confuses many people. While others spend their lives seeking approval, you keep moving forward without worrying about what they think. Because at the end of the day, the only opinion that truly matters is your own. Question number 11. Are you hard to manipulate? Some people easily fall into emotional traps. A few well-placed tears, a dramatic statement, guilt disguised as concern. And suddenly, they're doing exactly what others want. Not you. You can see manipulation coming from a mile away. When someone tries to make you feel guilty to get something from you, your mind is already analyzing the move and dismantling it effortlessly. That doesn't mean you're cold or insensitive. You just don't buy poorly told stories. If someone asks you for something using emotional blackmail, you don't react the way they expect. And that's when frustration kicks in. You have no heart, they say. But that's not it. You simply know the difference between a genuine request and a disguised strategy. And you don't play in arenas where the rules aren't clear. Question number 12. Do you have a strategic mindset? Some people react without thinking, make impulsive decisions, and then wonder why everything goes wrong. You, on the other hand, always have a plan. That doesn't mean you're an emotionless robot, but before acting, you analyze. While others waste their money on random things, you know where to invest. While others jump into pointless arguments, you decide if it's even worth your energy. Sometimes, people think you're cold because you don't react the way they expect. It's not that you don't feel, it's that you understand every action has a consequence. You don't play for the short term, you play the long game. And that's why, more often than not, you end up getting what you want, while everyone else is still trying to figure out what happened. If you identified with most of these questions, chances are you have a Sigma mindset. You value your independence, you don't seek external validation, and you prefer to live by your own rules. You don't need to prove anything to anyone because the only opinion that truly matters is your own. If this video helped you understand more about your personality, share it with someone who might also be a Sigma without realizing it. And tell me in the comments, which question described you best? If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more content on mindset and personal development. And if you want to keep exploring, here's another video that will open your eyes. See you in the next one.